Meteorologist David Paul here on Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. A quick check on the weather here just after 1 o'clock, about 1:30 or so. Looking at a pretty quiet weather picture for the southern part of the U.S. Some high clouds coming on through parts of Georgia into Alabama, Mississippi, the Florida Panhandle as well. More of these clouds will be working in as we go through time. So looking at some cloud cover here and there, high clouds mainly for the overnight and for tomorrow as well. The big story is we are tracking some cold air on the way as we go through next week in particular. That's really the big pattern change that we are looking at. As of right now, it is cool, temperatures in the 50s, but here's a check of all that cold air in Canada and how it drops southward as we go through time. That's Tuesday into Wednesday into Thursday. Notice that white to the north. That is the Arctic air. It begins to make a push into the U.S. as we get towards the weekend. That is Saturday morning, moving into North Dakota and Minnesota. Going through Sunday, there it is, just diving southward. Sunday, very cold air through the midsection of the country. And as we go into next week, high pressure just takes over the Midwest. This whole area right in through there. That's some really, really cold air. And it pushes down to the Gulf Coast. And as we go through next week, plenty of cold air in place, maybe low pressure. You see that forming in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll watch that very closely. And then that cold air just kind of lingers as we go through the following Friday into that weekend. This is Saturday, the 25th of January. A little bit of a warm up, but maybe some more cold air dropping southward as we get towards the tail end of January. That is the 29th of the month. So the overall pattern remains quite cold. I want to show you rain chances, first of all, for late this week. Short term as we go through tonight, that's tomorrow, looking pretty quiet. Thursday, no issues at all. Friday, pretty quiet as well through midday. That's Friday evening into Friday night. Watching showers break out to the west of us and then coming into our area, the Wiregrass, by Saturday morning. That is Saturday at 6 a.m. A decent shot at rainfall really from the northern part of Georgia through southeast Alabama into the Panhandle. That's midday on Saturday. Maybe some stronger storms mixed in. There could be enough energy in the atmosphere and wind shear for some rotating storms. That will blow on through. Pretty quiet Sunday into Monday as that cold air spills in. And yeah, I see it. I know it's in the models, all right? That's Wednesday at midnight, and that's Wednesday morning at 6. That is the model here is saying freezing rain across the Wiregrass, some sleet mixing in and snow farther northward, okay? It's there. I know. I acknowledge it. The other model is the GFS model showing some wintry precip. I don't want to jump on that bandwagon yet, but there is certainly the chance. The pattern is setting up that would be favorable for some wintry weather in our area and certainly in the south next week. All right, temperatures as we go through time, pretty quiet here overnight. Let me go back there. That's 6 a.m. Thursday, or 6 a.m. Wednesday, that is. Low temperatures in the 30s during the day. Tomorrow, pretty nice. Going into Friday, actually Thursday morning here. This is Thursday, 6 a.m. 37 or so for the morning low. And then there's Friday morning at 6. About 35. So middle 30s here for the coming nights. High temperatures, mainly middle to upper 50s. Same thing Friday midday, middle to upper 50s for temps. Milder for the weekend. Again, Saturday morning, Saturday midday into the 60s. And that's some of the fuel for those showers and storms that come on through. That front will pass over the weekend. That's Sunday morning. And watch on Sunday, temperatures starting to tumble by the evening hours. That's 6 p.m. Going into Monday morning. We could be in the 20s Monday morning. We'll see where that boundary ends up. But the idea is we stay cold next week. Highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s. That is Tuesday morning, 28. And then as we go into Wednesday, remember that precipitation breaking out? Temperatures in the 20s and maybe some wintry precip in this area. It is what we are watching going into next week. A very interesting situation on the way for really the entire period next week across the entire South. So the ingredients coming together. First of all, cool nights this week, 30s, rain Saturday. Ingredients coming together next week for some wintry weather somewhere in the south. Yes, some of the models painting wintry precip in the Wiregrass. We haven't seen it in a long time. The pattern would support it. Not 100% convinced yet because we're looking out 7-8 days, and it's really hard looking out that far to be confident in a winter weather forecast in this part of the country. But it's on the radar, so to speak. We are tracking it. We'll have more updates on the YouTube channel and on TV as well. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.